So Krishna is supreme, beautiful and attractive, and in front of the gopis, so the sound is not so clear at the moment. The Lord in Shanta, Dasya, Vatsalya, Madhurya, the Lord, He manifests His different sweetnesses in front of each. He tastes the prema-rasa, the sweetness mellows from His devotees. In Vaikuntha, Santa Pradhan, which Dasya, Shantaras is prominent, Dasya is secondary, Gona. There the Lord, He presents Himself as four-arm form. In Dasya servitude, in the pastimes of Lord Ramchandra, Dasya is prominent. Santa is secondary. In Sakyaras, in friendship mellows, the Lord, He shows friendship relationships towards Subal, Sridham. He shows this form of friendship. In Vatsalyaras, He shows His childhood sweetness as Bal Gopal, as Krishna as a baby, as like a 5-year-old child in Vatsalyaras. In Madhurya-ras, the Lord, He shows His useful form, Yavano Vanamcha. This is known as His main form. We have heard this Harikatha many times before. The beauty of the Keshor Swarup is so prominent. He shows in front of the gopis, and particularly in front of Srimati Radhika. Radharani is saying, "Oh my Lord, in this way Krishna, He shows His most beautiful form in the rasa-lila, especially because all of Krishna's pastimes, the rasa-lila is the best. This in Braj only He shows Ramananda is showing in this. The son of Devaki, he shows his most beautiful form in front of the Vraj Devis. And he shows this to everyone. In most, especially Krishna in the rasa-lila in front of Srimati Radhika, he shows his most beautiful form. Rupa Goswami is saying, this shloka, O Srimati Radhika, your beauty, in the rasa-lila, it is not shown anywhere else. Because in the Srimati Radhika, standing on his left side of Krishna, that form is so beautiful. It's so beautiful that it bewilders and captivates all the living entities. Even hundreds and thousands of cupids, Kamadev, they are defeated by your beauty. Because in Chaitanya Charitamrita it is said, as much as Krishna is showing his beauty, ever increasing, Srimati Radhika is the same and does the same. So there is this competition between each other. By the arrangement of Yoga Maya. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, in Shukadeva Goswami, the 10th canto, 33 chapter, the Lord Devaki Sutta, Devaki Nandan, the son of Devaki, the beauty of Srimati Radhika in the rasa-lila. It's not possible to describe. So the shlok is describing as much as Krishna is showing his beauty ever increasingly, Srimati Radhika is also doing the same. As much more. Mahaprabhu is saying, and this is the best sadhya, the best goal, the last limit of divine love of Radha and Krishna. Please speak more. Rai is saying, it is not possible to say anything more than this. This asamurta tattva, there is nothing higher than this. Who can speak higher than this? Says Rai Ramananda. Radha Prem, this is the supreme of all sadhya, of all goals, goal of all goals. In all the scriptures, this has been proclaimed. The slok from Padma Puran, which Rupa Goswami has recited in Lakhu Bhagavatamritam.
Radha priya Vishnu tasya kundam priyam tatha sarva gopis sevika Vishnu and tas Vishnu atantam vallabha Radha Kunda or Srimati Radhika mein koi.
There is no difference in Radha Kund and Srimati Radhika. And amongst all the gopis, Srimati Radhika is the best. This shlok has been recited by Chandravali. Anya radito nunam. After Krishna disappeared from the rasa-lila, when they were looking for Krishna on the banks of the gopis, They saw on the bank of the Jamuna, they saw the footprints of Krishna's footprints, and along with his footprints there was another set of footprints of one damsel. Seeing these footprints, the Sakhis of Chandravali recited this verse, Anya Radhito Nunam. This shloka is very important and full of meaning. By this shloka in the Srimad Bhagavatam, the glories of Srimati Radhika have been elucidated. Chandravali herself is saying, or the Sakhis of Chandravali is saying, that gopi who has served my life and soul, Shri Krishna, these footprints belong to that person. The person's name has not been mentioned. How this person has performed sweet pastimes in solitude with Sri Krishna. Chandravali's vipaksha, contrary mood, right-wing mood, and many types of moods there are in the gopis, left-wing, neutral, etc. Here the importance of Radha Nam has been given. Srila Jiva Goswami had pointed out where the names of Srimati Radhika have been mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam. This is one such shloka. By directly from the mouth of Chandravali, Srimati Radhika's name has been mentioned. Our commentators have said this. Because those gopis on the opposing side, vipaksha, like Chandravali, they know who serves Krishna. They know of Krishna's footprints, but the footprints of that person, the damsel, they do not know. That's why they're saying that whoever this footprints, these damsel's footprints are, she is very, very fortunate. Because of these footprints, Krishna has left the rastans and performed pastimes in solitude. Very beautiful explanations of this verse. Mahaprabhu, hearing this, was very pleased. And Srimati Radhika's supremacy has been given here. After Krishna left the rasa dance, did he leave on his own or did he go with somebody? So what is being asked, when Krishna left the rasa dance, did he go on his own or did he take somebody with him? It's not directly mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam. What it is said there is that Srimati Radhika came in man, and all the other gopis, they became proud of their own good fortune. As Krishna was performing pastimes with them, Krishna was going from one gopi to another very, very fast, very quickly, as like a spinning torch, or like Yogeshwar with his mystic abilities was performing pastimes with each individual gopi, and those individual gopis were becoming very proud of their very good fortune of being able to be with Krishna by themselves. By the arrangement of Yogamaya, this arose in their heart. They thought that Krishna was with them only and not with anyone else. This is the speciality of the rasa-lila. Each gopi started to think that only Krishna was with them. They're saubhagya-mada. So, what did Radhaji saw, Srimati Radhika saw what a cheater Krishna was, saying that to me that I am his only one and only beloved. There is nobody other than me. But now, what is he doing? He is with all the other gopis. Seeing this, Srimati Radhika came in man, in a sulky mood. So she stopped to perform or take part in the rasa dance. But so if Srimati Radhika is not present and not taking part in the rasa dance, then Krishna has no reason to carry on. There's no pleasure for Shri Krishna. How to break this sulky mood? So now Krishna is thinking what to do. Try to pacify the gopis, going from one gopi to another. So he thought, if I take Srimati Radhika to a solitary place and try and break her sulky mood, this is one speciality of the Lord, that if anybody in their heart becomes proud, then Krishna, he breaks that pride. This is why his name is Darpa-hari. Darpa-hari Madhusudan. Darpa means to defeat Madhusudan, to defeat one's pride, to crush one's pride. All living entities, in the heart of all the living entities, including Indra. What was the meaning of Krishna lifting Govardhan hill? To crush Indra's pride. What was Indra thinking? That I am the supreme, I am the controller. Everyone should worship me. So he became proud like this. Seeing anybody's pride, the Lord cannot tolerate. So as long as the pride is there, then bhakti cannot manifest. To enter in the realm of devotion, we have to be free of all our false pride. The definition of bhakti all designations, to be free from all designations. This is the definition of pure bhakti. The heart becomes pure. Then, through the transcendental senses and limbs, one can perform service to the Lord. One cannot serve the Lord with this gross body. As long as we have this false ego, then we cannot serve the Lord. There are 3 levels: bhakti, aropa-siddha-bhakti, sanga-siddha-bhakti, and third, swarup-siddha-bhakti. Until this bodily conception is there in the living entities, and this first stage is known as aropa-siddha-bhakti, imposing. By performing this again and again, slowly, this bodily conception will eradicate, will disappear. That's why it is said in the shloka, Naham Vipro. The shlok by Mahaprabhu in Shikshtastakam. I am not a Brahmin, Vaishya, Kshatriya, Brahmachari, Grihastha, Sannyasi. What am I? I am Gopi Bharta Das and Das. I am the servant of the beloved of the gopis. Govinda, the servant of that. Very low and fallen servant. Until we don't have this conception, then our true identity cannot be revealed. The servant of the beloved of gopis, Govinda. We were talking about this sulky mood of Srimati Radhika, how to pacify and how to break the other gopis' pride of good fortune. So Krishna, he took Srimati Radhika by force and disappeared. It's not shown directly in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Srimati Radhika's name, but our acharyas are explaining in this way. Srimati Radhika has gone into a sulky mood and not performing, taking part in the rasa dance. Then what Krishna did, by force, took Srimati Radhika and tried to pacify her sulky mood. This is called Man Prasadhan. And to eliminate the pride of good fortune of the other gopis. Once Arjun also had this pride, and Krishna removed that. Wherever a living entity presents this pride, the Lord, He destroys it, removes that pride. In this material world, we think that I am the doer. I. But who is actually doing? He is doing. In the battle of Mahabharata, at the end, the Pandavas were praising themselves that I did this, I did this. Then the Lord took them to Barbarika, whose head was on top of a hill, looking over the battle. The Lord, He performed this pastime. He wanted to see the battle of Mahabharata. So the Lord took his Sudarshan chakra and cut his head and placed it on top, and then told the Pandavas to ask Barbarika who was actually doing. Barbarika replied, only Krishna is doing all of these activities. This is the essence in truth. This is the truth in essence. But those who are overcome by pride and illusion think that I am the doer. In the Mahabharata battle, he was performing indirectly all the activities. Krishna took by force Srimati Radhika to break her sulky mood. Hearing this glories of Srimati Radhika, Mahaprabhu said, Lord, please say more. Mahaprabhu said, oh Rai Raman, what you spoke about is very, very sweet and very secret. Like a flow of nectar, a river a flowing river of nectar, of bliss. But there is one question in my mind. Taking Srimati Radhika by force to pacify her sulky mood. This was done in a hidden way. Because prema, divine love, is very pure. It cannot be avaran, cannot be forced, cannot be covered. Krishna, if I was to break Srimati Radhika's sulky mood in front of all the other gopis, then what will they think, or how will they feel? They will feel jealousy, or from fear of the other gopis. Krishna took Srimati Radhika from that place. If Krishna was to show his supreme love for Srimati Radhika in front of the other gopis, it was not possible to maintain the purity of that love in front of everyone else. So this kind of love is not possible in this material world. There's love in this world in a very minute semblance, but that pure divine love is in Vraj. We should try and understand this. In Chaitanya Charitamrita is clearly explained. Love, divine love, prema, is such a thing that is not possible in this material world. We call this jada prema, material love. By relationship from one body to another, we think this is love. We give respect to this, or recognition to this, like relationship between mother, father, brother, sister, relatives, members of the community. This is known as material love, jada prema, gross love. This relationship of service is material. It's like one serves the country. Whoever we serve in this material world is motivated like great politicians. Because in some way or another, that service is not pure. It is motivated. Like relationships with mother, father, brother, sister. This is sansarik prem, or jada prem, relationships, love of this material world. is gross. Like one country fights with another country. They're thinking that this is my country and my country is the best. They do not want to bow down. They do not want to bring their country's flag down. Then when that person from that country dies and takes birth in the opposing country, then they think that my country is now the best. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada, he came to meet Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. When he was in Mayapur, was preaching in Mayapur, to free India from British rule. There were many young men. Subhash Chandra Bose asked Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada to give those young men to him so that he could use them to free the country from the British reign. At that time, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada gave a very beautiful answer. What is the meaning of liberation? To liberate one country. But he did not understand Srila Prabhupada's words. To be freed from all kinds of material designations is liberation. Because the jiva, the living entity, is bound. You are worried about this country. When you leave this, when you leave your body in this country, and you take birth in another opposing country, like if you were born in Britain, then after your death, if you were born British in England, then you will think, oh, England is my country. I am a resident of England. I am British. The flag of my country should not be flown at half-mast, should not be lowered. We should consider the eternal nature of the soul. Independence. What is the real meaning of independence? But being all kinds of removing all kinds of material designations is actual liberation by performing devotional practice to the Lord. The definition of bhakti is to be free from all material designations and to serve the senses of Sri Krishna, Rishikesha. Now we are bound by so many material designations. The identification of this material body. I am male, I am female. This is known as upadhi, but the designation of the soul is such that it is the eternal servant of Krishna, meaning we are the servants of Krishna. But now we are servants of Maya.
no kusanti.
We are all drowning in the in Maya. This, what Srila Prabhupada said, Subhash Chandra Bose could not understand. What we are talking about? So we should have one-pointed, unconditional love and devotion towards Srimati Radhika. When Krishna left the rasa dance, if Krishna had broken Srimati Radhika's mind in front of the other gopis, because prem is very pure. Mahaprabhu is asking this question: where is the supreme love of Srimati Radhika shown? Which rasa-lila katha is this? In Sharadya Ras. That pastime, Srila Shukadeva Goswami was reciting in Parikshit Maharaj in the 10th canto, was the Sharadya Ras dance. It's also known as Panchayatik Ras. Panchayatik mean where there are many different types of gopis. Swapaksha, Vipaksha, Tathastha, Shurid, Sutichari, Munichari. All the rishis of Dantakaryanya, seeing the form of beauty of Lord Ramchandra. Those ladies who saw Lord Ramchandra appeared as gopis. Many different types of gopis were present in that ras dance. This is very a special element of Lord Ramchandra's pastimes. That's why we ask for Lord Ramchandra's blessings, so that we can take birth as gopis in Krishna's pastimes. Seeing this in a special way, we get the blessings of Lord Ramchandra to have a gopi body in Krishna's pastimes. When Lord Ramchandra entered Mithila, seeing the beauty of Lord Ramchandra, all the ladies there were so captivated by his beauty. In their mind, they desired to have him as their beloved. And the Lord, knowing their heart, said to himself, O ladies, in this pastime, as in Ram Chandra, I've taken a vow I cannot accept anyone else apart from Sita. But I know your heart's intent, your mind's desire. The Lord fulfills the desires of his dear devotees. I will fulfill your heart's desire. By the mercy of Lord Ramchandra, all those ladies appeared as gopis in Sri Krishna's pastime. All the young girls of Janakpur, by the mercy of Lord Ramchandra, they took birth in the womb of gopis. The rishis of Dantakaryan also, when Lord Ramchandra stayed there, they saw Lord Ramchandra, and the rishi munis there became attracted, and for thousands of years they were chanting the Gopal mantra, and they had known their Siddha-deha, their transcendental constitutional form. Externally they appeared as male, but they realized their Atma Sharir, the gopi form, and seeing Lord Ramchandra, they had stimulation of Sri Krishna's pastimes, and they ran after Lord Ramchandra. Then Lord Ramchandra understood and thought to himself, "Oh Rishis, in my pastimes of Lord Ram, thereafter, as Krishna's pastimes, I will fulfill all of your desires." By the mercy of Lord Ramchandra, they took birth in the womb of gopis and entered the rastas. This is one speciality of Ramchandra's pastimes. One parakashta, one importance of Nishingadev, of Lord Ramchandra, and the third, Sri Krishna's pastimes, supremacy, sweetness, have been shown. What is Nishingadev's parakashta? Supremacy. His is bhakta vatsalya. Everybody else was afraid seeing Nishingadev, but seeing Prahlad, his awesome form was removed. And Nishingadev began to cry, seeing Prahlad Maharaj. His heart melted. All the rishis, all the devatas present, seeing Nishingadev, even Lakshmi Dev could not approach Nishingadev. But Prahlad, seeing Prahlad, having so much love and affection for his dear devotee, Bhakta Vatsalya, his eyes, his heart melted, and tears came from his eyes. This is the parakashta, the supremacy. And in Lord Ramchandra's parakashta, he was praja vatsalya. Praja meaning the citizens, as a king. He had love and affection for his citizens. As a king, he was protector of the citizens. He was even prepared to give up his wife, Sita. Lord Ramchandra knew that there was no fault in Sita. She had no faults, even being tested in the fire. What more of a test could have been performed? In the Ramayana, it is not told of this element of her being the shadow Sita. It is mentioned in other Puranas, Kurma Puran, Brahma Vaivarta Puran. Her test was performed in front of all the citizens. For having spent all that time alone in Ravan's presence. This very purity of Sita is not questionable. It's not comparable to anything. What was the need to doubt, even after being tested? Why Lord Ramchandra doubted? In Ayodhya, the citizens were questioning how Sita could sit on the throne next to Lord Ramchandra. Because Lord Ramchandra was Maryada Purushottam. He was the protector of the citizens and how to guide and instruct them. He listened to their complaints. When he sat on his throne and took the vow that he will sacrifice everything for the pleasure of the citizens. When Sitaji, at the last of her pastimes, was ready to enter into Mother Earth, Valmiki, he also proclaimed that Sita had no fault. These two boys, Love and Kush, are certainly Lord Ram's sons. Still Lord Ramchandra. He proclaimed his commitment and vow to the citizens. Still the citizens were demanding that Sita pass through the fire. Still, Lord Ramchandra was stubborn. Sita Devi thought what to do. Best that I end my pastimes here. Sita is no less in her vow. If I am honest and chaste, I have not touched any other man or seen any other man, then, O Mother Earth, please open up and take me. At that time, Prithvi Devi, the earth opened up and appeared from the ground on a throne in front of everyone and proved her chastity. Love Kush, the sons of Lord Ramchandra. And Prithvi Devi, Mother Earth, also proclaimed, yes, you come with me. This is the pastime for our teaching. If Lord Ramchandra was to accept Sita, then the generations ahead would neglect the needs of the citizens. For this reason, Sita Devi is sitting on the golden throne of Mother Earth. Seeing this, Lord Ramchandra challenged Mother Earth and pacified Lord Ramchandra, as like it's shown in the movie. Showing the supremacy of Lord Ramchandra's praja-vatsalya, loyalty to his citizens, protection for the citizens. It's exclusive to Lord Ramchandra. And we see further from this, higher than this, is Krishna's parakashta, this sweetness of his pastimes. Guna madhurya, lila madhurya, prema-madhurya, venu-madhurya. This is not seen in any other incarnation. Of all incarnations, we compare and can see that his beauty is not excelled. Even Krishna is seeing his reflection, how Krishna is captivated by his own reflection. He tried to embrace his reflection, and so much happiness he was getting, seeing the beauty and form of his reflection. You cannot see your own form like this. When you see your face in the reflection, you cannot think like this. And to see this, to see your face, you need a mirror. So like when we put tilak on, what we see in the mirror, we see our reflection. We see big mirrors in people's home, from floor to the ceiling. 10 foot. From floor to ceiling. Krishna is seeing. He's seeing how can he see his own beauty? He can see this by seeing Srimati Radhika's love and affection for him as a mirror of his beauty. To see Krishna's sweetness and beauty, his qualities of his form, his pastimes from his childhood with his friends, and his youthful pastimes in the rasa-lila, his poganda-lila. Such beautiful.
ऐसे ये लीला आदि देख करके सभी चमत्कृत हो रहे हैं.
Everybody seeing this becomes attracted. Even great sages, rishis, Brahma, and others.
श्लोक में ही कहते जा रहे हैं.
In the very first shloka, Shukadeva Goswami is saying,
मुज्जन्ति जत सूरयो. ये कृष्ण के ऐसे ऐसे लीलाओं के देख
Krishna's
करके
such beautiful pastimes
देवता लोग भी
captivating even
क्या ये
the
सचमुच
demigods.
भगवान है कि नहीं?
Is he actually God or not?
ब्रह्मा जी भी सोच रहे हैं.
Or even Brahma is
ब्रह्मा जी भी
bewildered
भ्रमित हो जाए.
because he is bewildered, Brahmit.
अघासुर भी कृष्ण ने
See
मार दिया. अघासुर के
Krishna
मारने के
killing
पश्चात
Aghasur, after which
अघासुर कि जब कृष्ण मारते उसको अघासुर वर्णन की लीला होती है.
this pastime of killing Aghasur.
जब कृष्ण अघासुर के अंदर में गए
When Krishna entered Aghasur's mouth,
फिर अघासुर के मस्तक क्या बोले कटी गए, उसकी आत्मा बाहर आ गई.
and Krishna expanded himself,
और अघासुर की आत्मा
and
आकाश मार्ग में
Brahma saw Aghasur's Atma, soul,
और फिर जब
entering
कृष्ण अघासुर के मुख से बाहर आ गया कोई अघासुर के आत्मा कृष्ण के नवद्युति में
entering the toenails of Krishna after he came out of Aghasur.
ये शास्त्र में
How
लिखा
can
है
Brahmaji was
जब
bewildered?
भगवान
How
श्री
can
हरि के
this
द्वारा
be Krishna, the Supreme Personality of
मर
Godhead?
जाते वो ब्रह्म ज्योति के प्राप्त करते हैं. परिणाम बता भगवान श्री हरि के द्वारा जो अथवा मन उनके ये गति होता है, ये गति होता है. इसलिए विचार किया ये कृष्ण भगवान है अतारी गति का.
How
फिर
can
दूसरे दिन जब लीला किया
this be the
उसके
Supreme
देख
Personality of
करके
Godhead?
श्रीमती क्या हो गया
Brahmaji had doubt,
संदेह उत्पन्न हो गई.
and then
ये
the next day
कृष्ण
seeing Krishna
समस्त
performing
सुखाओं के
pastime
केवल
with the
चूरन खा रहे
pastimes of
हैं.
eating the remnants from his
ये
friend's
कैसे
mouth,
नारायण के
Brahma
प्रसाद लेने
became
के लिए
again bewildered.
सब तरसते रहते
He
हैं.
saw Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and now the Supreme
नारायण
Personality of Godhead
किसी
is
के झुकन खाते हैं.
taking remnants from
आप बताओ
from his friends. How can Narayan do this?
सभी लोग यहाँ तो रामायण में भी दिखा रहे हैं.
Also in the
भगवान
Ramayana,
रामचंद्र प्रसाद
it
जब
is
लेते
shown
हैं प्रसाद से
when
उचित रहता है. सभी
Lord
लोग क्या
Ramchandra
है प्रसाद लेने के लिए सिद्ध थे. भरत
just
लक्ष्मण
leaves his
शत्रुघ्न
remnants. Bharat,
सीता
Shatrugna,
सभी
Lakshman,
लोग
Sita.
प्रसाद लेकर रामचंद्र
They
के
want to
उचित
take the
प्रसाद
remnants of Lord Ramchandra
हैं.
and wait eagerly.
भगवत प्रसाद की महिमा इतने बड़े
This is the
होती है.
glories of Bhagavad
एक बार
Prashad.
नारद ऋषि
Once Narad
वैकुंठ
Rishi
से लक्ष्मी से नारद ने थोड़ी सी प्रसाद ली वो भी नापन में रहा
took some
और शिव
remnants
जी के पास आए. शिव जी बोले
of the Lord
मुझे भी
and
थोड़ा
a little bit
मुझे भी
stuck
सौंप
to his
दीजिए.
nails and went to Lord
शिव जी
Shiva.
के दिए और शिव जी
And
उन्मत्त हो गए.
Shiva took those remnants and became maddened by this Bhagavad Prashad.
इसमें तुझे वर्णन आदि दिया है.
This has been explained.
भगवान की प्रसाद प्राप्ति करने के लिए
The
सभी के
glories
समर्पण.
of the Bhagavad Prashad, how everyone is eager to take
और
those
यहाँ पर क्या
remnants.
लीला दिखा रहे कृष्ण लीला में
And Krishna's
और कृष्ण
pastimes, here it is written,
सखाओं की उच्छिष्ट है.
Krishna is taking the remnants. They just look externally. In Valmiki Ramayana, it's not written about Chaya Siddha. No. This is the manifestation of Mahaprabhu from the Kurma Puran and Brahma Vivyata Puran. What is Chaya Siddha and Shadow Siddha? The pastimes of Krishna are so sweet. These pastimes are so sweet. His beauty, its pastimes, and prema-madhurya. The supremacy of this pastimes, of this love, is not possible in any other incarnation. Everybody, all the incarnations, are bound by their limitations and their individual pastimes, that they are God. Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, other incarnations. They are in their Bhagavata as Supreme Personality of Godhead, as Godhead incarnations. But Krishna is like an ordinary child, and his weapons are such. Oh, sorry, his vastra, his dress, his gorgeous silken cloth. Like an ordinary person. Just two cloths, one bottom and one top. When Krishna goes cow herding, like an ordinary cowherd boy, they put a little turban on their head. So it wears a turban so not to catch the heat or get cold. Seeing this, who will understand that he is Bhagavan, Supreme Lord? All the other incarnations, they are opulently dressed. But Krishna, very ordinary. From his waist only to his knees. That Krishna of Vraj. Mathuradish and Dwarkadish Krishna is very opulent as king, and this abhiman, this pride is there. But in Braj, Krishna is gopa abhiman, is an ordinary cowherd boy, as an ordinary person. One question is being asked. When the pastimes are very, very exceptional, full of opulence and extraordinary. But on the other hand, there's pastimes that are very, very ordinary, like ordinary human being pastimes. That opulence which is shown in Braj is so much greater than that opulence shown in Ayodhya or Vaikuntha. But that opulence, the Brajavasis do not acknowledge. They only think that Krishna has been possessed by Narayan. He's like Narayan. Nanda Maharaj is thinking that the Brajavasi is thinking like this, that he has been possessed, or some Shakti, some power of Narayan has entered into Krishna's body. The Brajavasi's impressions are that Krishna is not Bhagavan, he is not Narayan. Sometimes Narayan, he enters into Krishna's body. As like one person is being possessed by a ghost, and that ghost has the power of throwing 10, 12 people. That person who is not able to get up from their bed or to eat, but when become possessed by a ghost, that person has the power and strength of 10 other persons. Where is that strength coming from? We were doing yagya some years ago in Mathura, almost finished. By the house, there's one person possessed by a ghost. There's 8, 10 ladies holding that woman down. We threw water on her and chanted Nishinga mantras. That ghost never returned to this day. We have seen this in many places. That person who is not able to walk, get up, eat, how is it possible to throw 10 persons? They are not doing, but that person who is possessed. So in the same way, the Brajavasis think. So Gargacharya, he said, Narayan samaguna. He has the qualities of Narayan. But Nanda Baba is not prepared to believe this. Even Purnamasi Devi has told the Brajavasis so many times that Krishna is Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But they are not ready to believe. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is said, he lifted Giriraj Govardhan for 7 days and 7 nights on the little finger of his left hand. This is not possible for an ordinary person. This is Ishwarya-mayi Lila, or Lila of opulence. You cannot lift, an ordinary person cannot lift 5 kilos, 21 kilometers, Govardhan, Giriraj, so high, 9 miles. Now they're telling Krishna to take rest, take some makhan. We are all here holding Giriraj with our sticks. You can relax. Okay, Krishna says, okay, I'll take my hand down. Just one width of a hair, he lowered Giriraj. All the Brajvasis became frightened. All their sticks began to bend and break. Pat. And Giriraj shaking. He would squash everyone. And Krishna is thinking, no, better not do any more now. And Srimati Radhika, what is she doing? She's challenging Giriraj from the corner of her eyes. Is that if he moves 1 millimeter, she will crush. So Krishna, Srimati Radhika is lifting Giriraj by her potency. Sometimes Krishna tells Srimati Radhika, I lifted Govardhan Hill, and you do not believe that I am God. You think you have lifted 1 Giriraj and you have done it. We have lifted 2 Giriraj Govardhan. Now you become so proud that you are lifting 1 Giriraj Govardhan. And you become so proud that you killed 1 snake. This very sweet pastimes exchanges between Srimati Radhika and Krishna. This is the poetry of Jaydev Goswami is writing Mandala such beautiful moods are being expressed in this song. Ras-lila. Krishna's Sharadya Ras-lila in the Srimad Bhagavatam. This Sharad Ras means a spring time, pastime. And particularly all the different types of gopis that were present, seeing the beauty of Lord Ramchandra, were all attracted. Where is the limit of prema? So Rai Ramanand is saying, if one has one-pointed love and devotion towards Srimati Radhika and Krishna, if Krishna can give up everything for Srimati Radhika, then his love can be really established. If you can show me that Krishna has one-pointed love for Srimati Radhika, by this one-pointed love for Srimati Radhika, then I can believe that Krishna can renounce all the other gopis. Show me that this Krishna has one-pointed love and devotion for Srimati Radhika only. In this Ras dance, Krishna took Srimati Radhika in a hidden way, away from all the other gopis. This is the evidence of his one-pointed love for Srimati Radhika. Mahaprabhu wanted to hear this. We know that Srimati Radhika loves Krishna, but we want to know how Krishna loves and is one-pointed towards Srimati Radhika. This ekantik nishtha for Srimati Radhika of Krishna. This is the greatness of prema. Rai kahe means Rai Ramananda said, where is Rai Ramananda giving this evidence from Gita Govinda, from Jayadev Goswami?
संसारो वासना बद्ध संकलम राधा माधायो हृदय तत्तज्ज हृदय सुंदरी इतस्तताम अनुसित राधिका अनंग बाण ब्रह्म खिल मानस खिन्न मानस कृतानुतापस कालिंदी नंदिनी तटस्थ कुंजी विषाद माधव बस
What did Jayadev Goswami show in Vasanti Ras, in Srimad Bhagavatam Sharadiya Ras, in Gita Govinda, Vasanti Ras. In this Vasanti Ras, it's glorifying Srimati Radhika's supremacy. Srimati Radhika is saying that how Krishna is not one-pointed to her. What did she do? She left that place in a sulky mood. In Sharadiya Ras, that she became sulky and she stayed in one place. In Vasanti Ras, she left with a sulky mood. She thought, I am not staying in this place with this cheater. With Krishna, what did he do? He left all the gopis in front of everyone and went after Srimati Radhika. This is love. This is not possible in this material world or in any other place. Radha's love is shown in this shloka. He is able to give up everything for Srimati Radhika. Like a lusty person running after Srimati Radhika. And this is the sweetness being shown here. Srimati Radhika is neglecting Krishna, even still. Krishna is crying on the banks of the Yamuna. So Prabhupada Saraswati is writing Radha Rasa Sudhanidhi. That direction in which Srimati Radhika, Vrishabhananandini, Srimati Radhika, is in a sulky mood. I'm paying my obeisances again and again in that direction. People hearing this pastime think it's mundane and ordinary, but this is not so. So this rasa-lila took place not in front of everyone. Nobody knew that Krishna had performed this dance in front of the gopis. This is not known by the Dasya Sakhya Vatsalya Ras. Only in the assemblies of the Sakhis, only those in the madhurya-rupa. That pastime, that rasa-lila that took place, Krishna performed, nobody knew about, apart from the gopis and those in the madhurya-rupa. That pastime is now telling Parikshit Maharaj. After Krishna left, disappeared, this material world, Parikshit Maharaj was cursed, and now Shukadeva Goswami is explaining this pastime. Nobody knew this before this time. if any gopa would find out that Krishna was taking his wife in a secret way, they would beat Krishna up. This is like an ordinary human being pastime. In front of the community, in front of society, we have limitations and restrictions of rules and regulations, moral codes and conduct, which we cannot break. Otherwise, irreligion would be prominent. When Krishna was performing his pastimes, nobody knew about this rasa-lila. Maybe Yogamaya gave some indication of it, that Radha had some love and affection for Krishna, but there was no evidence, nobody knew. And Krishna was no less than this. He was caught red-handed, but he would escape. When he went to Javat, Krishna was meeting with Srimati Radhika behind closed doors. Srimati Radhika was becoming very afraid that somebody would catch them and they would be seen. Jatila locked them inside like a rat being caught. Now Srimati Radhika is very worried. And Krishna is not worried at all. He took the form of Kali, Ma, and Srimati Radhika with folded hands was paying obeisances. When they opened the door, Purnamasi, and everybody saw, where's Krishna? This is your presiding deity of your home. Is giving darshan to Srimati Radhika, Kali, and Jatila Kutila just were gobsmacked. What pastime is being performed? And all the elderly ladies, they started to beat Jatila and Kutila. You have no shame. You're telling your household affairs to the outside world. You're doubting Srimati Radhika's chastity. You see her purity. Kali, Ma, she's directly present here. This is the pastimes of the Supreme Lord. At the time of Krishna's pastimes, no Brajvasi knew of Krishna's ras dance, or he was performing pastimes with Srimati Radhika. Madhusmita Radha, Kautiki Krishna, the pastimes in this book of Kautiki Krishna. Krishna, he entered Srimati Radhika's house as if a thief had entered. Krishna, knowing this, he jumped out of the window, and that Gopa, cowherd man, he chased after Krishna through the window as if he was a thief. What did Krishna do? it took the form of the wife of the Gopa. Gop then realized what had happened. I said, what am I chasing behind you for? I thought he was a thief. I thought I would just have some fun with you. So I jumped out of the window and you chased after me. Then they returned. Then they came back inside. When they reached their home, Krishna in the form of the gopi, then he said, you go forward, I will come behind you. And he saw that his wife was already in bed sleeping. And snoring. You were with me just a few minutes ago. What are you doing sleeping? We were just outside together. He said, you must be mad. You're dreaming. Go back to sleep. Yes, this is true. Seeing that her eyes are red by it looking like she was asleep. The Gopa cowherd man must thought himself he must be dreaming. This is the pastimes of the Lord. Vishwanath Chakravarti is therefore staying. At the time of Krishna's pastime, no Brajavasi could understand. This is the pastimes that were performed by Jatila and Kutila to increase Krishna's sweetness. The pastimes in the Sri Bhagavatam, it is shown that no Brajavasi knew of Krishna's supremacy and his pastimes of performing ras dance. By the mercy of Shukadeva Goswami, we, by the mercy of Parikshit Maharaj, we are able to understand something. But really, nobody knew before this time. Mother Yashoda does not know any idea or anything about the rasa-lila. And in night time he's performing ras dance. In the daytime he is sleeping on his mother's lap, drinking milk from her breast. What is ras dance, she's thinking? Maybe she's thinking that it's just some play that the young boys and girls, they play together. Some singing, some dancing. That's all Mother Yashoda can think. A 5-year-old child very innocently playing together, holding each other's hand and dancing. Maybe they're thinking this is ras. Kundalacharya is explaining, no, this is not like that. There is a limit. Santa Dasya Vatsalya has its limit. Not everybody can enter madhurya-rasa or understand it. If you are in the mode of madhurya, or shringaras, then you may understand something. Dasya Vatsalya Sakhya. Sakyaras friendship mood is very like Madhumangal Sridham,
वो भी रास्ते में प्रवेश नहीं
they
होते
cannot enter the ras.
हैं? नहीं तो सब रस विरस हो जाए
Then it will be ras. Viras means ras, abhas. Not possible.
समझ में आया?
Contradiction of ras, mellows.
इतने सहज थोड़ी
Not so
जिस
simple.
हम सुन रहे हैं
We are
और पढ़ रहे
listening
हैं यही
or
हमारी
reading.
कितने सौभाग्य है
This is our good fortune.
हैं? हम तो नोवेल पढ़ते हैं क्या पढ़ते
We
क्या
are
पढ़ते हैं
reading some novel.
क्या लैला क्या बोले लैला
Leila Majnu, Romeo
अरे
and
ना वो
Juliet.
जो मजनू मजनू ने क्या लैला मजनू की बात सुन
This
क्या बोलते हैं
mundane hero and heroine,
उसी
lover and
में ये
beloved.
रास है
This is ras, not.
ये सब पार्क में सब रास है
This is a ras in the park.
हैं? पार्क में रास होते हैं इसे। बेकार। सरकार ने नियम कर दिया था ना
The
सबको
government made a restriction of lovers and beloveds openly kissing and embracing in the park.
वो आइन को दबा दिया एक बार हुआ था ना
This was some years ago,
उसमें दिखा दे रहा था यूट्यूब में दिखा दे रहा था
and they were showing on YouTube.
हैं? थोड़ी सी बोलो ना
Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai.
2 घंटा हो गया हैं 2 घंटा
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.